So have you ever been through a situation where you and someone else had a potentially really good connection, right? Potentially. But it didn't end up working out because of whatever reason, or because of reasons that are unclear to you, or because of reasons where each of the two people, aka you and the other person, seem to misunderstand one another and the reasons just don't seem to add up. You see, I was thinking about this right before recording this video, and here's my take on it personally. Sometimes, at least in my experience from the past, you go through situations where someone is perfect for you on paper. Once again, on paper, because on paper is not the same as reality necessarily. But then, because of misunderstandings, whatever the hell the situation is, the connection just fades away and it just doesn't work out for whatever reason, right? I mean, if you're watching this, there's a 95% chance that you're a guy. And so if you're a guy, you're thinking immediately about your best interest, which is, rightfully so. You should. You want to protect yourself. What if she's manipulative? What if she's talking to 5 other guys? What if she just leaves me? What if she manipulates with me? What if she's just treating me super well to get me to commit, and then right when I commit, poof, she's gone. She just disappears and monkey branches to another guy? You might be thinking that way. Which once again, your fears are, it's rightful for you to feel that way. As a protection mechanism, of course, not just to be afraid of committing or connecting to any girl because of all girls are like that. No, that's stupid. So the whole point I'm trying to make is, that's your perspective. But sometimes from the woman's perspective, she could think, he's talking to several other girls, I can't open up to him, I can't trust him, I want to open up to him, but he's talking to all these girls, and how am I supposed to know he's good for me? How am I supposed to know that he wants only me? So what do? That's her perspective. And then what happens is she can't fully open up because she has this fear that you're talking to other girls, and because you're so confident, you obviously are not just talking to her, especially if she's inexperienced. The reason why I'm saying this is because I was actually in a situation like this myself about 1.5 years ago, where there was this woman whom was more conservative. I wouldn't say super religious, but definitely more conservative than me, which is fine. She's not exactly used to going out with guys. She doesn't do those types of things. And so she went out with me, and I would notice that every time I would text her, she would take days to respond. And she wouldn't respond with much enthusiasm. And we went on a total of 3 dates. But after the 3 dates, I legitimately felt like I just didn't know who she was. And so long story short, at one point she was just like, look, I get the feeling that you're talking to other girls, and that's fine if that's what you want, but for me, I want something serious, blah, blah, blah. I respected that honesty, but at the end of the day, I'm like, listen, I'm super open to something serious as well, but you got to give me a reason to take you seriously, aka don't be up here responding 1 to 2 days later to me and then expecting me to take you seriously. I'm not going to take you seriously for shit. By the way, if you're a girl watching this, and if you do that to a guy, that's the dumbest thing you could do to get his attention, because he's going to be like, all right, she's not giving me any attention, I might as well move on to someone who does give me attention. But what I'm saying is, from the woman's perspective, she might do this to protect herself. And so she's trying to protect herself when really she's just pushing you away. Long story short, she ended up telling me it's not going to work out because, she gave me unclear reasons, like not real reasons. Oh, because you vape, but you knew I vaped from the first time you met me. And then I had to move on. I'm like, listen, if that's a complete red flag for you, I'm going to have to move on. And, if you ever change your mind, you can hit me up. But if I'm still single, then maybe I'll be available. But if I'm not single, then that's it. You can't get, that's it. It's over. And so she didn't hold on to anything. She didn't try to, stay or say, oh, wait, maybe we could work something out. No, she didn't do that. But the whole point I'm trying to make out of this is this. If you're only thinking about yourself, you're looking out for your own self-interest, which again is rightfully so if you want to. You're looking out for your own self-interest. You're looking out to protect yourself. You're looking out for yourself to make sure you don't get manipulated or hurt. That's cool and all, but also instead of seeing it from your perspective, get used to giving more. So that in the end, if there ever is a misunderstanding, there can't really be a misunderstanding. It's just the other person just didn't get you, no matter how much you tried to explain to them, and that's okay. You put as much effort as you wanted to, as you needed to. You put as much effort to get to know this person as much as possible, but they were too afraid, or they were whatever, and you were clear as day. Then yeah, you could just say, you know what, it just wasn't meant to be. If a woman's taking a little longer to open up, give it a little bit of time, just like I did. It took me like 2 months until I was eventually like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. But give it a little more effort, give it a little more time. Of course, when you see reciprocation being there, when you see her, actually, giving back to you, it's not just a one-way thing or a one-sided thing. Because nowadays, a lot of women and men are only thinking about it from their perspective. The men think that women are pieces of shit, and the women think that the men are pieces of shit. So at the end of the day, no one wins. And I think that's very stupid. But if you want to be smart about it, you be the change, dude. You be the change. You want a woman interested in you, put in that effort and be honest about it. Don't be a pushover. Don't blow up her phone 10 times a day and be like, oh, I saw him from Dope Life Coach who told me to blow up her phone. And then you do that. No. But instead, indicate your interest and be a little patient. And if that doesn't work, then that doesn't work. But don't just be from the very beginning, oh, she sucks, she's not responding to me, oh my goodness. You watched a couple videos on YouTube, she didn't give me a smiley face, so that's it, she's not interested in me, she friends on me. No, dude, chill. Just show your interest, be a gentleman about it, take the initiative, and if after a while she's still not opening up, no matter how conservative she is, then that's it. Then I'm sorry, dude, then she's just not for you. Maybe she's just way too difficult to open up, or way too not trusting of guys, in regards way too up. You can't really do anything about that besides show up and be playful and be funny and just bring her guard down and use humor, all those cool stuff. So the point I'm trying to make is don't give up too early, dude. And get used to giving before receiving. Before you get that kind of affection from a girl, or that kind of opening up from a girl, you got to make her feel safe to do that with you. And the way you're going to get her safe to do that with you, if she feels emotionally comfortable enough with you, by you bringing her guard down slowly over time. It's not a light switch like us guys. We're like light switches. We're ready to go whenever. For them, it's like a volume knob. It's slowly. She'll slowly warm up to you. Over weeks, days and weeks, months. She feels like she can trust you. She feels like you make her happy. She feels like you're trying to understand her. She feels like you actually do understand her. And so over time, she starts to feel safe with you because of these things. But if from the very beginning you have a negative mindset, if both the man and the woman have a negative mindset, then you guys are a bunch of losers. But if one of you guys, at least, ideally both, but if at least one of you guys has a very winning mindset at first, I'm talking about at first, because you can't be with someone who has a loser's mindset, period. If you have at least one of you guys who has a winning mindset at first, and you can get her to open up because you're the man and you're the leader, you should take the accountability and the initiative, then who knows, that might work out. She might be like, you know what, this guy's persistent. He's not too pushy, but he's persistent enough. I'm gonna give this a shot. And then the guard slowly goes down and you never know. Like with this particular girl that I'm telling you about, that could have worked out. But the point I'm trying to say is not for you to be like, oh wait, but it didn't work out. It could have. It could have went either way. But like I said, put in that effort first. Instead of looking about what you're going to get in return, like most people do, what would take. No. Worry about giving first. Worry about taking later. Don't even worry about taking now. Worry about giving just for the sake of it, just for making this person's day, just for making this person feel special. No, most people on YouTube, most dating gurus on YouTube are not going to tell you this. They're going to tell you, oh yeah, she has to come all the way to you so that she can see you as alpha. She has to. Don't worry about this toxic advice. Just you focus on doing this to get to know a quality woman, a woman who's. Oh, by the way, a woman who's conservative is not necessarily a bad woman. Like, she's not like a wrong woman to deal with. This woman's not the kind of woman who just sleeps around. She's not the kind of woman who, talks to a bunch of guys. No, this is a quality woman who was born and raised properly. So that's definitely a good perk of it. But anyways, man, yeah, think about that next time. when you're dealing with someone and you want to pursue a relationship with them, I'm not talking about casual dating or anything like that. A potential relationship, that is, right? Even if there's misunderstandings, just make yourself clear. Give yourself some patience. Give her some patience. But of course, at a certain point, if she's not giving anything back, and it's been like months, then, you know, you gotta kind of throw in the towel and just, you know, kind of move on. But if besides that, you see some potential, just go for it, dude. Put in that effort and see what happens. Even if you're a girl watching this, if you're with a man like that, obviously it's the man who should do this at first, but there's exceptions to every rule, right? Just put in a little more effort. If you don't eventually see effort in a certain amount of time, then that's it, move on. But yeah, pretty raw video. Don't really think I'm gonna edit this, to be honest. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, and all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one, bro. Peace.